Put yourself in the second camp and say, hey, I'm also here. These are all my people. Look at them. Whatever they believe, I believe. I'm in this camp. Say hi. Competition or cooperation? Which one of these two is your favorite? At work, would you like to have a team around you who are collaborating with you, cooperating with you to get the desired goal in the following months? Or you would like to compete and kick your rivals out of the game and become the champion? Which one is your way to go? Well, that's a good topic for IELTS, and that's exactly why we're here to score, assess, and improve our essay today. And the rubric says, some people think that competition at work, at school, and in daily life is a good thing. You see, at work, at school, and in your daily life. Others believe that we should try to cooperate more rather than competing against each other. So we have competition versus cooperation. There are some people who believe competition is good. There are some people who believe cooperation is good. And you see, IELTS deliberately uses the word good because this is the word we should not use later on in our essays. We need to come up with alternatives. That's what I mean, to show off our range of vocabulary. So we basically need to discuss both these views. There are two different views. We need to discuss them. Each deserves their own development, and then give our own opinion. It's fair and simple. Then we need to add our own opinion to this. So there are three elements in this IELTS task. The opinion that people who believe competition is superior, the idea that that belongs to the people who believe cooperation is superior, and your idea. Now, you can go for the classic one paragraph for this, one paragraph for the other, and then you also have your own opinion, so you devote one paragraph to yourself. Well, that makes sense. But because we have these three specific categories, my suggestion is that a very good approach for this one would be to have those three elements in all your paragraphs. And because of that, it will make your paragraphs very big. And if you write a lot for, all three elements for the camp that favors competition, and the camp that favors cooperation, and then your camp, which you have an opinion maybe completely different from these two, then you're going to write a lot of words. So maybe if at home you're going to try this one, make sure that your opinion falls under one of these two categories 100%. You don't have any extra information to present. They are 100% in line with your opinion, and you are 100% in line with theirs. Anyway, based on that information, let's read and assess this essay. The candidate's response says, the debate over competition or cooperation is as long as history itself. I think we mean the debate over whether competition is higher or cooperation is favorable, things like that, is as long as history. We are not debating over competition itself and separately cooperation itself. It's the fact that competition is better or cooperation is better. Which one is better is the debate, not every single one of them. This sentence is correct, grammar is correct, just it doesn't deliver the exact meaning I wanted to hear, but it's a very good opening. This is a very good opening for me. Now I know what I'm dealing with: competition and cooperation. Remember, at IELTS, Our answers are stand-alone. We don't rely on the rubric. We don't rely on the prompt. We don't say, as you see in the prompt above, we never do that. The essay must introduce the topic all by itself. That's why this first paragraph is called introduction. This is where you introduce the concept for the first time to your audience. Your audience, I know it's your examiner, but your audience has no idea what the topic is. You need to introduce the topic in the introduction. On the one side, there are people who are of the opinion that we are primal creatures, good structure, and competing with each other for resources. Maybe and is redundant. Competing with each other for resources is undoubtedly an intrinsic value. Or if the subject changes, maybe I need a comma. And competing with each other for resources is undoubtedly an intrinsic value. Okay, yeah, we need a comma here. However, others are of the opinion that collaboration is there's a missing R, the underpinning cause, good word, for a much brighter future for the humanity as a whole. So now we are introducing two camps. The first camp, competition. The second camp, cooperation. Focusing on three main aspects, namely career, academic, and lifestyle, I wholeheartedly agree that in all fronts we need cooperation. So the writer believes cooperation is the way to go. Yay, we now know where the writer stands. So what else? We also know there are two camps. We also know that first we're going to address competition, then we're going to address cooperation, and then the writer's opinion is in line with cooperation, so we will hear the writer's opinion again. All right, I now have a structure of the essay ahead. I can think what to expect in the following paragraphs. There were some grammatical errors that we needed to address. And this is a bit awkward. I was expecting something else, like their career lives, and maybe academic lives, and their normal lives, something that rhymes. This is a list of words, not bad, not natural either. So let's look at the, whoa, that's a big body paragraph. Told you. When IELTS says there are three elements, we need to address them and support them. So that means minimum 2 sentences. So if we are going to do that for 3, that will be 6 sentences minimum, and you still have a topic sentence, so 7 sentences. If you want to add 1 or 2 more sentences, that would mean almost 10 sentences, 10 lines. That's a lot. That is a lot. We are getting around 90, 100 words for a paragraph. And 2 of this would be 200 already. 2 body paragraphs would give you 200 words, minimum. There is more. Anyway, on the one hand, many point out, I think completion is not the word here, competition. Okay, it's a slip of the hand. It's not a big error, but if you proofread it, you will immediately understand what I'm talking about. I'm going to mention a lesson in the description of this video where you can see what I mean by proofreading and how you need to do that. Proofreading will save you a lot of scores. You will get a lot better, and it will help you understand that at the exam you might make some very basic mistakes that you are not aware of. So practice proofreading, please. So point out that competition in every aspect of our lives, pardon? Many point out that competition is, there's no verb, is in every aspect of our lives. At work, there are companies competing on a daily basis to get a larger market share and remove their rivals from. Tesla is a great example here. Okay, what did we do here? We wrote one sentence and we're talking about work. So I guess this is going to be a pattern here. We have work, then school, and then normal life. I mean, everyday routine. So these elements will appear in these paragraphs, in the first and the second body paragraphs. Tesla is a great example here, as their car company has managed to compete with all its rivals. Well, that's correct. Specifically, its Chinese counterpart, to dominate the electronic vehicle market. I think it's electric vehicle market, not electronic. The electric vehicle market is the correct collocation. EV. EV stands for electric vehicle. Regarding the education, students are encouraged, we need a D here, to compete in order to secure academic positions. It needs to be generalized. In many Middle Eastern systems, you have to compete for your seat at your desired field of education. Okay, that's correct. For Western institutes, limited scholarships, good word, and grants, good word, are available to only a handful of applicants. I'm saying good words because these words are related to the topic. When you're talking about schools and how they help and how people compete, then getting scholarships is important because they're only limited. And scholarship is a word that matches the context. That's why it's an important word. Grants was the another word. Grants also is a very good word. Only a handful of applicants working hard to win these life-changing prizes. All right. There are numerous examples in our daily lives, from overtaking other cars in a highway, on a highway, to jumping in queues to receive our order, probably. Our order of French fries sooner than others. Okay, we just started by saying an example here. That was a bit soon, but I understood the point. In all aspects, the presence of rivalry is palpable. Whoa, 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 good word. Good word. This shows there is a very good range of vocabulary at play. I'm liking it. Actually, I mean, I like it. All right. On the other hand, many people, including me, all right, good strategy, something to learn. You simply put yourself in the second camp and say, hey, I'm also here. These are all my people. Look at them. Whatever they believe, I believe. I'm in this camp. Say hi. Have adopted a different school of thoughts. Have adopted the different schools of thought, actually, that cooperation will yield much more efficient results. At work, the best managers are the ones that instill a sense of teamwork. Good teamwork is one word. Instill a sense, that's a good collocation and a good combo. In their subordinates, good word. This is a very fitting word. A company in robotics simply cannot create humanoid robots without the seamless collaboration among its software and hardware teams, and among those teams as well. I think it's a repetitive. I think this one was between its software and hardware teams and among the team members as well. There's a little, that needs a little clarity. I have to actually correct some of the elements. The message is there, but needs a little nudge, a little push. Submitting a thorough research paper focusing on the latest variant of the coronavirus is all one word, please. It's all one word, no space. Cannot be achieved unless a team of dedicated scientists, technicians, and microbiologists work hand in hand to overcome the multitude of obstacles in order to develop a new vaccine. Wow, this sentence blew me away. Look at the range. Microbiologists and work hand in hand, multitude, obstacles. I like them. Dedicated. And also we have grammar, unless. So we are flexing our grammar and vocabulary muscles here. Absence of a high degree of collaboration for an academic center might raise questions on the legitimacy or the authenticity of the submitted research paper. Okay, a little, it's the difference between 8 and 9, because this sentence doesn't get a 9, but still is a very powerful sentence, gives a powerful message. Just, you know, absence of a high degree of collaboration. This is just a powerful message. Examples in our everyday lives are also vivid. I love these words. Had it not been for the cooperation among firefighters, never would we have been able to put out wildfires in the British Columbia's forests. Okay, we realize that the candidate is from Canada and from the province of British Columbia. But this is grammar again. Grammar mixed conditional sentence with inversion. I mean, the writer knows his or her stuff, so I'm happy to read. Finally, in short, it is cooperation, not competition, that will enable us to overcome larger problems. I hope this attitude towards our future will soon become an inseparable part, no S please, because it's an inseparable part of our workplace, academic environment, and our urban lives. Okay. If you're referring to workplace as work, academic environment as at school, and the last one is our daily lives, urban lives may be not the best fit. But if you're just showing off your range of vocabulary, then that's fine. 438 words. I like the conclusion. There are 2 sentences, very short, to the point. We know the writer's preference, and it's clearly stated. We talked about all the 3 elements in this rubric: Camp A, Camp B, and also the writer's opinion. The writer's opinion had nothing new. The writer's opinion was the opinion of one of the camps, 100%. So it doesn't need any extra development. You just need to mention it. The development is already mentioned. That's good. And you present your conclusion like that. So let's look at the band descriptors. There you go. Okay, task response is almost 9. Maybe one or two of the main ideas presented needed a little bit clarification. And you saw me, I had to push it a little bit. I had to help the writer for some sentences to deliver the message. Forget grammar and vocabulary mistakes. They're different. The message had to be delivered properly. So I had to come in and add something or remove something. When that happens, you know, we are reconsidering 9 for task response for an essay. Coherence and cohesion is completely clear. It's not natural. We have all the elements, but not natural. So as you can see, the organization is logical, sequential, the presentation, the continuation between sentences again. But in one or two cases, the transition between one sentence to another needed better connection, needed a smoother connection. As for lexical resource and grammatical range and accuracy, the range for both are wide, undoubtedly. The problem is that we had some errors, more errors in grammar, and the errors in grammar, like missing verbs, can be effective. Can be effective, really. And the same errors we had in vocabulary, but they weren't that effective. So they didn't impede my communication. I was able to understand words very well. All in all, 6.5 is a very fair score. It's actually bordering 7. Again, it's important that you proofread your work, proofread your essays. It's very, very important. On that note, on that very, very important note, if you wish to see other videos like this, you know where to click. And I hope I'll be assessing your essays, letters, or maybe reports next time. Take care.